Good morning, Border Town. I am cat sitting today at my parents' place. So if you were wondering why you can't see me, that's why. I've got a different setup. But you can still hear my lovely voice, and I can still talk to all you lovely people while I play this lovely game. So I didn't actually have much time to check raid news this morning, but I did get to watch one video, and I had to watch it. It was Ash's latest putting together of all of the material that they've got so far. If you haven't watched it yet, I strongly recommend check it out. This is maybe the biggest update to Raid ever, at least since I've joined. I think I'll start with Sun Wukong. Seems like a safe bet. Oh, wow. That was the fastest fight ever. Let's try that again. Come to think of it, maybe he quit because he wasn't sure he was going to get an opponent either. It did take a long time there. Anyway, it was such big news. I could tell from this thumbnail. I wasn't even planning on watching anything. I had to dash off in the morning to my parents' house so that they could go on a trip and I could cat sit. But I absolutely had to sit down and watch this video. And full disclosure, I actually ran out of time, didn't get to watch the whole thing, but there's a lot of exciting stuff in there. So strongly recommend. Anyway, Real LeChuck. Ooh, LeChuck. Anybody remember the Monkey Island games? That's uh, that's a very fun series. A very old series. I'm really dating myself here. So let's see. I'll take these two. I find they're a good base. So that's a good way to start. Okay, so he's got Cardiel. So if there's a lot of support on this team, I'm going to have trouble with some kind of bomb paradigm. But you know what? I'm going to go for my favorite trio, and maybe I'll add Rotos to the mix because I did regear him recently. Be nice to see him in action. Maybe for my final pick, I'll take Duchess just to have a little more support. Oh, look at that! It's that mythical dwarf, whatever his name is. Um, I'm not really used to the mythicals yet, just because I practically never see them, and I've become accustomed to the idea I'm never going to have one. But come to think of it, because I could just get rid of Cardiel and then there'd be no protection against bombers, I wonder if I just want to take one. Because I could create some real havoc with this. LeChuck is probably going to know that I'm going to ban the Cardiel. Yeah, he probably saw it and he knew. So I'll take the Defense Aura. But that new raid update, I mean, it looks like they're seriously expanding the game. It's hard to tell. It might just be more of the same. It might be like, here's another campaign that's a lot like the other campaign. Here are dungeons that are a lot like the other dungeons. But my thinking is it might have that big world map where you just go from place to place, and it really is looking a little more like an RPG. This game is advertised as an RPG, after all, right? But those of us who've been playing long enough know it's not an RPG. It doesn't have it's got a facelift that makes it look like an RPG, but it's an online casino. It's still very fun, don't get me wrong. I truly enjoy this game, particularly Live Arena, but it's not an RPG. Like, come on, guys. Anyway, I think we can deal. I think we can deal with this. It's a shame to lose Rotos so early. I mean, come to think of it, I should have eliminated Sun Wukong. He's frequently so difficult to deal with. Anyway, we got rid of Arby, so his days are numbered. I don't know what this guy's going to get up to. It's kind of fun not exactly knowing what to expect. So I've got block damage for 2 turns. So I'm comfortable enough to attack this way. I assume he's an attack-based nuker. So I attempted to put decreased attack. It didn't work. You know how it is. Do I go for the AoE now? I don't want to. Maybe we just go for Sun Wukong while we wait for that unkillable to expire. Wow, he is an imposing presence, and it's like that did no damage at all. I want to get the strengthen up at this point. So that dwarf is a tanky boy. Maybe we'll do this. Maybe we can get him turned to stone at some point. Let's see, do I want some healing? Seems appealing. Wow, look how low Sun Wukong's health is. Which barely matters because, I mean, I'm one-shotting him anyway. Oh, neat. We fully resisted it. I wasn't sure. Yeah, let's aim for him since he's got a shield up. I feel like I actually do more damage when the shield is up. I did take a mastery that should allow me to do more damage. Okay, we are looking a bit grim here. It's block damage. Oh. And we got a W. I really wasn't sure about that, guys. But I will take the W. Asuka Ray from Lords of Death. So he's got Sun Wukong. I'll take my usual starting lineup. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Well, you know, since there's a lull, I can't just leave dead air. All right, so here goes. A cat sitting at my parents' place, and it's interesting because they, in turn, have actually adopted a third cat. Usually they only have 2, but there are actually going to be 3 cats around here. It would be nice to do some video stuff. So let me know if you like want to see the kitties. Lots of people just love to see kitties, but they got a brand new kitty because a friend of the family's sick. Anyway, it is my turn. So there's a lot of support here, an awful lot of support. This has me thinking I probably want somebody who can block revive. Maybe I hold off until last. Maybe I take Helicast just so I have support. And Rhodos is often very good. I'd really like to get a common reviver into my paradigms. here, like my default paradigm. It makes sense, wouldn't it? Either Duchess or Pythion, likely. My Pythion is in Bolster. My Duchess is now in a combination of Stone Skin and Regen, so she can kind of really survive short term or long term. I'd like to switch her into Stone Skin Bolster if possible, but I'm free to play, so I don't exactly have great bolster pieces. But maybe that would be the ultimate if I could get her into Bolster and Stone Skin at the same time. And then she could even take it from Pythion, and then Pythion could maybe have another Stone Skin set. So he can make for a better cleanser. So I think I want to get rid of Sun Wukong. And I'll take Phenax. So we'll get rid of Sun Wukong. And we'll see how this goes. So I'm losing Mithrala. I'm not really worried about too many debuffs coming in anyway. Come to think of it, Kaja the Rye does have a fair number of debuffs, doesn't she? I'm trying to remember. Either way, it's going to be a defense aura. That's the only thing I have. So that's what we're going with. Now I'm really worried about what Rhonda's going to do. Yep. That sucks. And they're going to be very tough to kill. I mean, they're going to be under unkillable for a large portion of this time, too. So let's rain these swords down on them. If I can get this working. Oh, you're right. I have to target Emic, even though it's an AoE. And he's under stone skin. Okay. Well, I want to take out Rhonda as quickly as possible. Hopefully, this will expire. The provoke buff will expire before Phenax does his next turn. We can try to go straight for Rhonda, as long as she's not under a veil at the time, which seems likely because I think her health is actually low. Increase cooldown, that's a bummer. Alright, let's get this up. Maybe I won't commit myself to who needs to get knocked out first. And I'll be content to have it be whoever gets taken out first. So, Emic, how tough are you? Reasonably tough, it turns out. I'll use the AoE. Youch. That move really pierces through. Aim for Kaja. Well, it's not looking good, folks. Yeah, I think we're beat. I'm gonna call it. So, good game, Asukare. I should really find a way to work in at least one reviver. If I'm not really sure I have an initial blitz attack. Ronda really is a fantastic champion. How many of you people out there are going for the Ronda skin? I know there are actually 3 groups that are out. I'm thinking of rebuilding my Ronda. Right now she's not even usable anymore. She's got a mix of gear. Maybe instead of taking Ultimate Death Knight right away, I'll take maybe Pytheon. I don't know. I find UDK, he's super good at blocking a lot of attacks, and he's also super annoying for me to deal with if they pick him. So I'm comfortable enough to take him. I'll take Helikath, and at this point I think I want Goffred, just in case we have to deal with a knockout from Georgid. We'll go with these 4. And as a final member, I guess we want a nuker, so I'm thinking Rhodos. It'd be nice if Rhodos actually survived the first round for once, which he might actually be able to do if I keep Goffred on the board. This is one thing I'm not sure of, actually. Does Rhodos counter Georgid? I've never considered this before. I'm not 100% sure whether Georgid's whether his nukes are all single hitters or if he's got multi-strikes. I think at least one of them is a multi-strike. I think like the corkscrew attack or whatever it's called. I think that's a multi-strike. So let's cancel somebody. Who do I absolutely need to get rid of? I think Sun Wukong is going to create too much havoc, but then again, even this guy can create a lot of havoc. So it might even be prudent to just get rid of Georgid after all. I just don't love having a double revive in the enemy party. It puts so much pressure on my team. But let's go with the defense aura then. I'm hoping this Uko is an ultra accurate. Or the Sun Wukong. I want to guess that the Sun Wukong is a competent nuker, but I don't know. He did bring Dragonbane, Stultus Dragonbane. So only managed to land his debuffs on Goffred. I've been thinking of rebuilding Goffred. I actually have this in my notes. You can't see it in today's episode because I've basically just maximized the screen. You guys can let me know if you prefer seeing it this way, or if you want to see my lovely face or my incomprehensible notes. I don't know. I'll listen. I read the comments, and then I'll probably just do whatever I feel like doing anyway. You know how it is. It's everybody's right. I'm going to put up the block debuffs anyway. Goffred, I don't actually know what's going to happen if a fatal hit comes in. If he's going to block the damage or not. He probably will. Oh man, that was a waste of time. Mithrala already got that buff up. So that was silly. I pulled a whoopsie, people. Well, let's cleanse. I feel a little bit better about stuff after doing that. I can even try to put some healing up. Who knows? Maybe Goffred will survive after all. But anyway, I'd like to rebuild Goffred to be resistant. I'm thinking he just doesn't hit hard enough. I might try some sort of combo where he's ultra resistant and ultra accurate. Maybe that's the right tactic. Here, I'll go for Staltus. Nope, not quite. But if I can start knocking out Staltus, maybe the fight will go a little easier. Maybe I should be aiming for Uko first, come to think of it. All right, we'll put the poisons on Staltus, if possible. Next time Helicath gets a turn, come to think of it, I have to use the shield. All right, Uko, what's your plan? You gonna revive? Nope. It's interesting. I can get block damage up immediately. So that's what I'm gonna do. I made sure to put some refresh stuff on Helicath. It's not super dependable, but basically I try to get back the block damage as often as I can. Looks like I can hex the party. This could be a very good opportunity. I'll even try to stun everybody. Ooh, look at that. All right, things are looking up. We bought ourselves some time, which is even kind of unfortunate because it means they're not going to be hitting us while we're under block damage. But then again, I just got stunned, so it is what it is. Yeah, okay, I'll just hit the group. It's a little bit late to cleanse now, come to think of it. Maybe I'll just keep the pressure on Uko. Provoking Uko? Maybe not a smart thing for me to have done. I'll get up the shield. This is going to be handy. So, now we just got to deal with her. Yeah, keep attacking Duchess. If we can take her out, that's game. And we're losing Goffred, so we are running out of time. Okay, we'll put this one up. Nice. It's just enough. So good game, Eddie. I always hate to see those double revives. It seems like my Helicath paradigm handles the double revives. Triple revives is crazy though. But even the double revives, it's rough. I am pretty happy with the trio of Mithrala, Helicath, and Ultimate Death Knight. I'm not sure who my ultimate fourth is for them though. I mean, come to think of it, it could be Pythion because he does a lot for that, and it could be Elva. Elva's also a pretty nice dynamic champion. Anyway, I see Siphi, I think Ultimate Death Knight, and I could take Elva instead of Mithrala, but I don't know. Mithrala's just so good. Whoops. Triple clicking on confirm. Just so they know, that's what I want. Okay, so I'm probably looking at banning Warlord again. I'll take Halakath, and at this point, maybe I do want a Reviver. I could also try to just go first with Arby. But I don't know. I find with Arby, you have to plan on blitzing through them first. Maybe I just want to go for Rotos. I'll just go for Rotos. For my final pick, maybe I'll go for maybe I will go for a Reviver for my final pick. We could do Elva. Or Pythion. Or Duchess. And really, I kind of want to get rid of Rhonda. Because how much trouble she causes me. So let's take that. I'm going to get rid of Rhonda. Even though I'd really prefer to get rid of the Warlord. Just because he's such a problem. So I'll take the speed, honestly. We're probably going to need to be reasonably fast. Or do I want to go for the defense after all? We'll go for the speed. Youch. Oh, wow. So everything's going wrong. I mean, even Mithrala got put on cooldown. Maybe I should just resign. We've just been like completely outfoxed. So yeah, good game, Internet. I mean, I got nothing. Obviously, I should have banned the Warlord. Sweet Jesus. Hey, look at that. It's Internet again. I get first pick? Alright. No to Sun Wukong. You can't have him. I really can't block any of the other champions. I'm trying to think. I mean, I could try to block Rhonda, but my Rhonda's not well equipped, so I'm not going to bother. So he's probably just going to pick Rhonda again, and I'm not going to be able to counter her. But I'll take Ultimate Death Knight. I will take Mithrala. And for my final two, maybe I'll go for Pythion. Ugh, I hate this Kymar. I could even try to outspeed the Kymar. But you know what? I'm probably not going to outspeed the Siphi. It's probably just a non-starter. I probably just can't. And what I could do then is go for maybe Leo. I still want UDK. Guess I'll go for this group. So he's taking most of the same people. Wow, Astrolith. Can he spread debuffs? No, but Astrolith can just come in and place bombs. Uh, It'd be on UDK unless he strips UDK, which he might. That might be the plan. So I guess I'll get rid of Warlord this time. I don't know if the speed's going to help us all that much. I feel like we're just still going to get out sped no matter what we do. So I'm going to take the Defense Aura. But right now I'm looking at this guy and I'm just thinking, you know what? His gear is probably just far beyond what I've got. This is the thing. My strategy doesn't even matter. I feel like I've got nothing to counter him. So Astrolith is probably going to place it on... I was going to say Mithrala, but you know what? I have UDK, so he actually can block that. Still, this is very, very frustrating. I'm also surprised she took out him first rather than him. But maybe that's not surprising. So I'll do the cleanse. Places the bombs. I want to see if Sun Wukong can come in and do his thing. Not exactly. So we'll hex them. Everything is reset. That's not a good sign. Wow, this guy's good. I mean, it's like I've got nothing. If I see this guy a third time, I'm taking Kymar. Anyway, he's been locked out. Sun Wukong's locked out, so that's it. That is it. Good game, Internet. So let's see if I can come back in for yet another revenge. I want my revenge on Internet now. I don't even know if that's possible, given his gear. But what I would attempt the next time I see him is to just pick Kymar first. Because that Kymar is doing everything for his team. It's just coming out, stripping all my buffs, putting us to sleep. And then he's resetting everything. Jesus. What an OP champ. So, I want the king. Let's bring him in. And we're dealing with Siphi again. And Harima. So I'll counter with UDK and Mithrala. Harima is always bad news. Oh, no. Forget it. I'm not doing that. That's just a hard pass. Hard pass. Who is the final person going to be, you think? Probably a warlord, right? Just to make it the ultimate in FU stuff. Or maybe even a Taras. I feel like we should have optional leagues in this game. So you could say, all right, there's this new optional limitation league where everybody in the league is limited to bringing, I don't know, one Lego or one mythical or one of each affinity, or they all have to be from the same faction or whatever. These could be interesting things, even if it's a limited run event. It'd be fun to do something like that, I think. Chromix. So let's open with Duchess. I'm going to open with Duchess this time. And he's got Kaimar and Sun Wukong. That is irritating. Maybe I'll take something fast. I don't need to commit to speed. You know what I need to commit to? I need to commit to this. That's a pretty solid base, I think. Even if I'm dealing with Sun Wukong and Kaimar, I can probably deal with them using this. Maybe against that. I could even propose Arbiter just to clinch that I get to go first. But you know what? I'm going to take Helikath just because of the synergy he's got. I feel like we still need Mithrala to make that work. Maybe I need a second nuker, though. So we could bring Rhodos. I think we'll go that way. I'm actually strongly considering leaving that Yumeko in and getting rid of the Kaimar or the Sun Wukong. This is a lot of stuff I don't want to deal with. Maybe I don't know. I feel like the Yumeko is the obvious one to ban. I think she makes it too hard for me to do anything if she's constantly shutting down my stuff. And without her, I think we have a chance. We could even take the resistance. And I think I could probably wear down this team. We have to take out Arbiter first. As soon as possible, I want to get rid of that Kaimar. There's a lot of threats on this team. Like, this is a very exciting and aggressive team. So I've picked a very passive and defensive team. So Candy's just going to put up some buffs. Makes sense. I'm going to bide his time. Look for an opportunity to attack. I'm going to try to deny him the ability to do that. I think it's too early to put up the block debuffs. Maybe I'll just aim for Arbiter. I'll put up the block damage. So they get reset. I'm not going to bother putting up too many buffs. I feel like we're too close to them getting stripped. Also, you know what I'm really feeling the lack of? I'm feeling the lack of increased defense. So that my Helikath and UDK can do more damage. Let's... I kind of want to just knock out the Sun Wukong, but I feel like it's going to be a while before he gets another turn. Dealing with Kymar, dealing with a speed team like this is pretty harrowing. So as long as I can keep up my block damage, I have some decent counterplay. Let's do this one now. Nice. That's exactly what I wanted. Creates a lot of chaos on his team. Limits the damage potential. And there goes Arby. I think we may have it. I don't know. What are you gonna do, Sun Wukong? I'm hoping nothing. I'm hoping the fear procs here. And it did. Fortunate for us. Let's beat on Kymar. We can get rid of him. Things just got a lot better. So we'll go for the AoE. Boom. Get him, get him, get him. Good game, Chromux. Let's see if Chromux comes back for revenge. I feel like I do see a lot of the same names nowadays. But you know who I never see? Oh, and there's Chromux again. Speaking of your double encounters. I know he wants Sun Wukong, but I'm not afraid of his Sun Wukong. He didn't get the job done last time. But what the heck? I'll take him. I should assume Chromux is going to make a different plan this time anyway. So he's going to go with Kymar again. Oh, I should have taken Kymar. I keep saying I should take Kymar so my enemy can't take him. Well, I'll go for... I want to go for Helikath and UDK. Although I also kind of want to take my support structure again. I mean, they were really good. It was good to have them. I don't know. Were they good? Were they? Were they, Gavin? Were they good? We could take... We could take Ultimate Death Knight, and you know what? I'm going to take Mithrala. Didn't take her last time, and I felt like she was missing. I want that increased defense. And the Hex mechanic is pretty good too, honestly. It's nice to be able to depend on some kind of crowd control. There's Timid the Fool. I'm thinking about him as well, because Timid the Fool also brings some crowd control. I still need to build him, but he's bringing that crowd control. He even has a strip that doesn't provoke the sheep effect. So he is going for a different mode. He's going into beast mode. He's got 2 skinwalkers. I love it. Ragash is somebody that I'm thinking I should use more often too. When I see Warlord, I'm actually thinking Ragash could be a decent response because his A1 does the increased defense. And you could just spam the A1, maybe give him some self-healing. Maybe that would help keep him alive temporarily. I don't know. So I can do this to just give me an instantly bannable champion and bring Helikath. That's what I'm thinking. That he's almost certainly going to ban the Hegemon, and that just means I can predict that I'll have the other 4. But Chromux might surprise me. He might now have a healthy fear of the Helikath. Uh, Now this is interesting. I think maybe I'm best up banning him, just because with all the counterattacks that Helicath does, it's impossible to avoid Mortu Macabre. It's just impossible. And he's banning the Helicath anyway. Well, I'm gonna take the accuracy aura. Let's see if I can score a quick win. I mean, it's gonna have to be quick. Hegemon is not really built to last. So, what's the damage here? Oh, sheeped. Nursty. But anyway, we got rid of one of the two nukers. So that's pretty good. Hopefully we can get rid of Uko before he gets against too much of anything. Let's hex the party. Maybe we can just get Uko to stone himself on the next turn. Not as such. And there's the reset. I still want to do this. Oh yeah. Good game, Chromux. Here, I'll hit start immediately. Maybe he can come back for his revenge in a third round. Nope, we're dealing with Ghost 97. That's a person I've also fought. I feel like he's somebody that probably normally wins. But let's start with this is our final fight. Maybe I'll try for a slightly longer one. I can open with Duchess. I keep wanting to test out this Duchess and really see her shine, but the stone skin frequently just gets taken away too early. It's super annoying. So maybe I'll go with Candy. Synergizes well and doesn't care about Warlord. And Fenax also doesn't really care about Warlord. But you know what? Maybe I'll just take a second support. And I'll bring two more nukers in the final slot. I'll probably ban that Warlord anyway. But I want to see what else is going to be in the party. Baron. Okay. So I'm thinking Ragash. And let's see. I could probably bring Rhodos, come to think of it. Although now I'm wondering, if I bring Rhodos, is he just going to put Ultimate Death Knight in the final slot? That's up to him. I'll let Ghost 97 decide that. I think I want to ban the Baron, just because of the sheer amount of damage he does. Okay, he's bringing a bomber. I don't even have a proper cleanser. So that's kind of a problem. I mean, I have a cleanser, but I expect he's just going to get sleeped and bombed. So on a whim, maybe I will get rid of the Warlord. Although, you know what? I really want to see... I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I'll take the Speed Aura. I don't know. I'm not even sure that's going to help us anymore. I think I may have supremely whiffed this. I'm expecting what's going to happen is he's just going to put bombs on everybody, and that's going to be it. It's just going to be like the fastest loss ever. So everybody's on cooldown. Block buffs on some of them. Ooh, extra turn. All right, don't mind if I do. Let's see. I can Maybe I have time to take out the, you know what? Take out the Arbiter. Duh. That's what that does. Then we can maybe go for the Warlord. Good God. Rotos is cheap when he works. So it looks like we're probably still going to lose. But that was kind of exciting. There's maybe one thing that could happen to save us temporarily, and it's if on Candy's turn. Yeah, now he's used his A3. So Candy activates his Swift Berry, but he didn't. So good game, Ghost 97. You really got me there. So let's see, how'd we do? It's another 5 to 5 day. This was a weird day. Check the leaderboards. 1912. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. It's always a pleasure to see you guys. See you on the next video. I'll probably post another video or two today since I have a fair amount of time. I'll probably post a shard pull video, and I will probably pull a not pull. God, my brain's fried. It's going to be like a guide on one of the Doom Tower bosses. You know, Bommel. I've got a good Bommel team. I use my main bombers to take him out quickly. So if you guys want to see that, it should be posted shortly. But anyway, until then, take care.